A pair of MOAC squads seeking some late season momentum before tipping off tournament play in just over a week. Clash tonight here inside of the Colt Corral with hopes of ending some recent slides as Clear Fork takes on Highland. Your opening tip-off pregame coverage coming up here live and free. Next.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Welcome to the Spherion Mid-Ohio pregame show. Let's get to work, which is exactly what each of these two teams need to do as we are just over a week away from the boys basketball tournament draw. I am Brian Skowronski, Andy Jardy, my sidekick here tonight inside of Les Hauenstein Gymnasium, and two teams both sliding downhill right now, Andy, looking for some momentum. A win just might go a long ways to jump-starting their season here as we're just a few days remaining until that tournament draw.
Well, I think these two teams are excited to be seeing each other because something's got to give. They both come in on multiple game losing streaks here. Clear Fork's lost 5 in a row, Highland 7 in a row, so someone's walking out of here in the win column tonight, which hasn't happened to either one of these two teams in a couple weeks now here. So, yeah, this is going to be, I think, a very competitive game. The first matchup between them was a 6-point game, and you got two teams like the records might not show that they've had great seasons, but they're not bad teams by any stretch. So this should be a very entertaining game.
Tell you about Highland and what the Fighting Scots have done so far here in 24-25. As Andy said, trying to snap that 7-game skid. They did beat the Colts in Marengo. I mean, they've got a solid nucleus of veterans. I've seen this team play before. Just need to find a little bit of confidence, and obviously winning is the ultimate confidence provider. So if they can come out hot here tonight, you could just see that their play rise throughout the course of the evening.
Yeah, and you can see them continuing to grow in their second season now under head coach Ryan Stover. They were 2-21 last year,
right?
6-13 this year, and they've had 7 losses by single digits. So they're getting there, and that's what you want to see as you're trying to turn a program around.
They do have a kid that you can lean on just about every night in Toby Rogers, enjoying a really solid year in his final at the prep level. I feel like he's the undeniable leader of the team, and as he go, typically that's how the Scots tend to follow.
Yeah, he's the team's leading scorer the last 2 seasons, over 12 points a game this year. If they're going to have any success, it's got to be because of him.
And you see the numbers for Rogers. Leading scorer, rebounder for the team, and shoots it very well. If he gets to the free throw line, you can pretty much count them in. For Clear Fork so far on the season, hoping to shake off that 5-game slide, but playing in the friendly confines, always a welcome sight here for these Colts. This is a team that has really showed some flashes. At times, they'll have great quarters, Andy, but then somehow you scratch your head and they follow it up with a little bit of a head scratcher. So we'll see what Colts team is able to provide here for 4 quarters.
Yeah, and much like Highland with the single-digit losses, Clear Fork as well, 6 losses by single digits. You expect that with a young roster, too, to have those kind of moments where it looks like, hey, it's all clicking, and then they just haven't figured it out consistently. 6 sophomores on the roster.
Yeah.
This is a very young Colts squad continuing to go through some of those growing pains this year.
One kid right there that you're looking at, Mr. Garrett Holtz, he's going to be our player spotlight tonight. Mr. Reliable, second leading scorer and rebounder in the MOAC this season. He's just right up there amongst the leaders in those 2 categories. And this is a kid super strong, physical, and since his sophomore year playing at the varsity ranks, he seemed to add a little bit to his game each season.
Super smart, too. Honored before the game with a Principals Award, 3.5 or higher GPA, a 2-time award winner of that. And the Hoflicks as well were honored with that award for the first time before the game, too. But, yeah, 17 points last time these two got together. Averages 18.5, second best in the MOAC, and 8.1 rebounds per game, also second in the MOAC. So, yeah, Holtz is pretty solid.
Looking forward to a good matchup here tonight. Packed house here inside of the Colt Corral with all of the outstanding athletes honored for their brains here before the game. It's brought in a little bit of an influx here into the gym, Andy, and you can feel it, man. I think there's a lot of optimism out here, and neither of these teams look like they're coming in off of losing streaks. I think both, like you mentioned, they're excited to see each other, and both feel like they're going to get it done.
Yeah, and there's always just something too special. I know it's not under the lights like football Friday nights, but like Friday night basketball games too, just the crowd is a little bit different as well too. So it's a good crowd on hand. The pep band's here. I'm excited.
Get ready for our keys to victory and then the opening tip-off. But first, got to honor America. Here's the Star Spangled Banner. One of the special small school environments that we have in North Central Ohio. Andy, you commented on it when you came in here. You've been to a few other newer gyms this season here of recent, and you were like, you know what? Having the stage, the pep band, this just feels like good old-fashioned high school basketball.
Yeah, well, you know me as a Duke fan too, Cameron Indoor. You love that intimate, old kind of gym setting, and that's definitely what you get here at Clear Fork. It just makes it so much more, feels like the game is just like you're on top of it in a place like this, and that's a really fun experience as a fan and as a commentator too. We are like on the court here, which is nice. A pretty cool place to be. We're right behind the scores table, so you just feel like you're like a part of the game when you come to a game here.
Talks about the two seniors on both sides that have been leading the way in scoring for their teams, but a couple of players wearing number 5, both sophomores this season. I've got a special comparison for you guys out there. Jakai Wilson and then Trey Sellers for Clear Fork. You see the numbers, both of them pretty solid contributors. Would love to see that 3-point try number come up from about 24%, but each of them as young players, as starters, they've done a really nice job, I think, rounding out their role so far this year.
Yeah, they really have, and it's a very interesting matchup that you'll see here tonight. Sellers as well had 9 points the last time they played Highland, and just under 10 points a game for Sellers. Wilson coming in with those 7.8 points per game, so this should be a very interesting matchup, and you're going to see it for the next couple of years too, which is what's really exciting. That's the one thing I miss as a college basketball fan, was like you would see the rivalries of these players over 4 years, but now with like the portal and everything, it just doesn't happen and going pro. But so yeah, you are going to see these two kind of go at each other for the next couple of years, and that's really fun.
Jump into our keys to victory presented by our friends over at Spherion Mid-Ohio. We'll begin with the Fighting Scots. I'm going with ball movement. Just don't let it stick. When this team has been at its best, when I've seen them, they're moving it around the perimeter. They're making the extra pass. Andy, if they do that here tonight, I truly feel like they can walk out victorious.
I'm going with buckets, baby. In honor of Dickie V being back announcing games tomorrow. That's awesome, baby. But they just have to score. And Coach Stover said that after the loss to Galleon, it's been like this all year. We couldn't score, and that's just been an ongoing trend. They just have to find a way to consistently put the ball on the hoop. It's easier said than done sometimes. But if they can just score, if they can get to 60 points in this game, I think they're going to come away with the win.
Then for Holtz and the boys wearing the white uniforms tonight, I feel like it can't just be him. How about the role players stepping up? You got to get contributions from the Hoflicks, some of the bench players. This is one of the lowest scoring benches in the MOAC, so get some others to contribute. Make it easier on guys like Garrett.
And for me, they've got to protect possessions. After the loss to Highland last time, Coach Baumgartner said that they have to handle that 2-2-1 zone press. Handle that, be aggressive, knock down our shots when you have them, and take care of the basketball. Take care of the basketball, especially at home, you're in good shape.
Here comes your opening tip-off. Holtz jumping it off against Wiekelfuss. And it's going to be the Colts with the basketball here to start things off. They'll establish Garrett down low. The kick-out three ball is up, and it is money. A great start here for Clear Fork as Senyo Alt delivers.
Yeah, that's about as perfect of a start as you could have. He's only 1 of 5 on the year from beyond the arc, so he hits number 2 right there.
But right back at you, here comes Toby.
There is some size on the court tonight, Brian. And maybe it's just because we're down closer, but there are some big dudes out there.
Holtz certainly would be at the top of the list. Big, thick body, even though he misses that turnaround jumper, standing at about 6'5" as well. But you're right. These are some basketball players out there in terms of the build. Another three on the way. This one side iron, misfired from Wiekelfuss. But second chance points coming here to give Highland their first lead.
Yeah, somehow that ended up into the hands of Reichenbach, and he had an easy 2 right there. Looked like Clear Fork had come away with possession, but unable to keep it. Reichenbach picks up the trash and deep in the corner.
Yeah, really tough angle right there. Didn't matter for Carter Cool. Knocks it down just like his last name.
Yeah, it was a pretty cool shot. I mean, I think he shot that falling out in the corner over there. It looked like that came from behind the backboard almost.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure him and the cheerleaders were side by side when he actually came down. So Colts, on the strength of 2 made trifectas, regain the lead. Highland can't bet it back, in air ball this time from Toby.
Yeah, good pace and nice move right there. But a good pace from both of these teams here to start.
Nice strong take there, end to end. As Marcus Hoflick at the free throw line.
Marcus just a 50% free throw shooter on the year, 6 of 12.
Also in number 13, Red Russell, and number 14, Jaden Collins.
And now he's 7 of 14, so he stays 50%.
Right there. Off the curl, almost a travel, but now from the corner. Colts doing a nice job on the perimeter with their defensive effort.
Good possession here defensively from Clear Fork. This is where we need a shot clock, Brian.
It goes up right on cue and nothing but the bottom for Owen.
Just like that, knotted back up at 7 again. Boy, a couple of guys making threes tonight that don't typically do that.
Strong take, Coates absorbing a lot of contact. This time they will blow the whistle. And Garrett, who is an excellent free throw shooter, will have his first 2 coming up.
Jed Winklefoo's make that 3 for Highland. He came into tonight 16% from beyond the arc. Segno hit his. He was 1 of 5 coming into tonight.
Can you sustain that if you're some of the others, as I put up my fingers in air quotes here, the role players? Sometimes you can pop off and have a big night. We'll see if either of them are able to sustain.
You sure feel like you can, though, when you hit that first one. That definitely gives you confidence the rest of the game.
It lights the fuse. Tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay down here at this end as Clear Fork going to go into the bench. 3 subs, little hockey exchange here.
Yeah, we've seen both coaches go into their benches here early with some mass substitutions.
Rogers on the pull-up, back iron. Here's Holtz off the board looking to push.
By the way, that's already his 4th rebound.
Yeah, averaging more than 8. And in a matchup like this, got the size advantage. Well on track for a double-double.
Might have it by the end of this quarter. Oh, too hot to handle.
Yeah, that was some hot potato right there. Marcus was not anticipating the heat-seeking missile right there.
It's like when you're playing dodgeball and you try to catch it and it just goes off and you're like, ugh.
Three ball, bottoms. Another shot finds its home, this time Jaden Collins.
Boy, back and forth we go here. It's been an entertaining first quarter. They got to get the ball across half court here. Whew. But yeah, the threes are falling. That's the 2nd triple from Highland. 2 from Clear Fork. Clear Fork's actually yet to make a 2-point field goal.
Oh, the rip. Here comes Toby looking to go end to end. He'll take it in strong left hand.
Points off turnovers. That's going to be a big thing in determining who comes away with this win. And Clear Fork now turned it over twice. And here you see that 2-2-1 zone that gave them issues in the first matchup.
Foul will go against Toby Rogers. Let's clip it back, show you that last theft, the lead into the breakout.
Yeah, just able to get it going in transition. It looks like he has the ability to throw one down, and thought he might for a second there try to go for it, but just lays it up. Still counts the same.
Colts this time off target from downtown. First miss from Carter Cool. Off the down screen, they'll pop out Toby. He'll pull up, contested shot, it don't matter.
Showing off all of his skill set here. Mid-range jumper, able to come away with the steal, lay it up on the other end, and another Clear Fork turnover.
Show you that last Rogers bucket one more time. Steps into it right from the elbow. 3 white jerseys around him. Still has the confidence to pull up.
Yeah, he's got the confidence. He's got the height to pull up, too, and get over those defenders to make that shot. So really impressed with Toby so far here with 6 points here in this opening quarter.
Shooting 52% from the field so far this season. As they let this one rain as well. Great start here from Highland as they've got an 8-point lead.
8-point lead, I believe it's at least a 10-0 run. Another Clear Fork turnover. And this has snowballed quickly here for the Colts.
It was 9-7 at one point, so the last 10 do belong to the Fighting Scots.
I don't think they've missed from beyond the arc. They've got 3 triples here in the opening quarter, 2 of them from Jaden Collins.
Another good look. Toby continues the trends on fire.
Goodness gracious.
Colts trying to stop the bleeding Hotes. Splits his way through. Count it. Ridiculous.
And of course, their first made 2-point field goal comes in that kind of fashion there, just barreling his way through and throwing it up to get the and one opportunity. Stops the run. Much needed bucket for Clear Fork.
Marcus Hoflick for the Colts. Garrett Hote shooting one.
Second trip to the line. He made both of them the first time. And he's now got 5 points.
This is the end for Clear Fork that's been problematic. Highland is in a zone, a little heat check that time. And we're heading the other way.
You can live with that shot, though, if you're Highland, Coach Stover. I mean, they've been feeling it from beyond the arc, so keep firing.
Winkelfoos, he's showed an ability, tonight at least, to be able to bury him. Fighting Scots won a trap, a little bit quicker out of there with the dribble with Sellers. Can't complete it, but the nasty block right in front of the Stampede. Yikes.
Right in front of the Stampede, right in front of the student section.
Boom.
It's a big-time block right there for Mr. Hotes. It's number 7 for him this season. And they called a foul. I did not realize they called that a foul.
I didn't either. You know what? Let me play this again, because I don't think there is one.
I don't see it.
Not even a little bit. I thought that was Hotes' face, just like giving him like that stank eye. Like, did you feel that one?
Oh, I think he did. I don't think he realized he committed a foul either.
So a bit of a turn of events there, as it ends up 2 points. Credit Wilson cashing in both.
Jeez.
And Garrett just goes barreling in like he does so well.
He is like a bull in a china shop getting into the paint there, just making his presence known, creating chaos and getting to the free throw line.
Garrett Hote to the line, shooting 2.
This is what Clear Fork needs, though. They need points at the free throw line right now, catch their breath a little bit with the way that Highland has come out and ran the floor and caught fire from beyond the arc. You need your leading scorer here to make his points at the free throw line, which he's done. He's a perfect 5 for 5 to start.
Colt's going to burn their first timeout.
30-second timeout.
Just be a 30-second timeout.
That's a good timeout, too. Like I said, everyone kind of catch their breath a little bit here for these final 91 seconds of the first quarter, in which Clear Fork led, and it's been a run by Highland here to push this thing up to 8.
Want to say hello to everybody who's watching live and free tonight, right now, just on YouTube Channel 1. Want to say what's up to Mustardy Flogi cheering on the Fighting. He said Scouts, but maybe that's a nickname that he likes or something. And then Buckets.
Buckets, a lot of them.
They were. That stretch, I think at one point they made 5 in a row.
Yeah, they've got 4 triples.
Wilson from the stripe kicks it out. I really like Highland's movement without the basketball.
Yeah, that has been impressive. They are moving around. They're getting high percentage looks and shots to fall.
Right now, just trying to solve the new defensive switch up, the 2-3 zone, and that always will be a zone buster long-range shot here for Caden Reichenbach.
I mean, yeah, they just keep passing it until they get a good look, and sometimes just those passes, they're crisp, they're all connected like that. That just kind of can trigger a three like that you saw.
One more look inside out. The quick passing, too, not allowing the defense an opportunity to get back. And Reichenbach makes them pay about a 29%er from beyond the arc this year.
Yeah, he only averages 6 points a game, and he's got 5 already.
This is Cool at the line, buries the first free throw. Second leading scorer for Clear Fork so far this season.
Last 5 points from Clear Fork have come from the free throw line. It's keeping them in it, though. That's what they've got to have, these free throws. Otherwise, this would be ugly. But they're giving themselves a chance.
From the block, double team comes. Tipped here and a steal for the Colts. Alt pushing the pace, looking to go straight to Rack City. A little bump, no whistle. And a strong rebound by Winkelfoos, but he gives it away and stepping into a big three, Garrett Holtz.
You want to talk about big-time shot right there. That steals some momentum back for the Colts.
Holtz with that triple right there pulls Clear Fork within a couple possessions. 1 quarter in the book. We'll be back with your second quarter action right after this.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
Fun opening quarter that featured 44 points, some big runs both sides, and right now, as we open up the second quarter, it's Highland with the basketball, and they've got a 25-19 lead. I'm Brian Skowronski, Andy Jardy with me here tonight. We thought that this would be a fun battle, and I think the first quarter, if that's any indication of what we're in for, man, sign me up.
Agreed, and their player spotlights were spot on, as Holtz has 10 points for the Colts and Rogers already with 9. So those two have shown up in this matchup here tonight.
Couple jab fakes, now Cool. Not great spacing right there. Colts looking to reset. Brokaw sets up Holtz, wide open. That was on line 2. Long rebounds and a quick travel call.
Yeah, that's turnover number 5. There was some contact there, but that's one rule that I hate is like the travel when you get possession like that and you fall and it's a travel. I don't think you can fix that rule. It's just a rule I don't like it.
Some referees will allow it to slide as long as you're not barrel rolling around out there. That was kind of a quick whistle in my opinion, but it cost Clear Fork a possession. Will they get it back? Hoflick goes flying over the top. Boy, he's got the brains. We know that GPA, and he's got the athletic ability, too.
I don't know how this isn't a foul right here. Usually when you see the guy dive that takes out the other player's legs, they get called for the foul. So I'm surprised there was not a whistle blown there.
Everything recently has been on the perimeter for Highland. The Colts and Holtz inside. Who steps in, wanted to take a charge, at least absorb the contact, make it a tough shot. Here comes Marcus.
They're letting him play. I mean, I thought for sure we were going to get a charge call there, but
if you can knock over this guy and, whoa! somehow slipped through Houdini like, look, ma, no chains, burying triples.
Highland.
He now has 13, and suddenly Clear Fork down just 3. Game of runs, Brian. They were down big. You just can't leave him open. How do you lose track of where he's at on the floor?
That was pretty nasty, but you're absolutely right. Both players taking the over approach there. Garrett, nice fake, got them both looking, and just a smooth operator. I talked about how he's added something to his game. He was an okay three-point shooter last year. He's pretty big time this season. You've already seen it here tonight. Over 30% from downtown, almost 31%. This kid can get it done anywhere on the floor with the ball in his hands.
He has 13 of their 22 points. So yeah, this is now the interesting situation if you're Highland, because you've had such success from beyond the arc, but where do they go when they can't get those looks from beyond the arc?
It's got to be patient. They've mastered so far my key to victory, which is just keep the ball movement going, and they certainly have, but this is kind of the look they haven't been able to get until now. A rare two-pointer here for the Scots as Winklefoos. Nice head and shoulders fake. Three up for Cool. It's a little short, but Holtz putting in the dirty work down low.
Unreal. I thought there was a foul on that three-pointer. It sounded like I heard the wrist get hit there, but 3 on the other end.
Transition triple from Collins, empty. Marcus with some pace, sets it up out of the corner. Get a two-man game here with Carter. From the corner, Brokaw. Can't knock it down, a loose ball foul.
Boy, they were going to give him a 3 had he made this, but his foot was clearly on the line. He didn't make the shot anyway, but that was definitely a 2. I'm surprised they were going to give him 3 points on that had it gone in, but I didn't see the foul.
The way they've been allowing them to bang down low, there wasn't one. Just with kind of how the flow of the game has gone.
Yeah.
Just the first foul, though, here in the quarter, and nobody's in foul trouble.
No. Yeah, they've let him play.
Off the screen from Winklefoos. Try this left side now.
Boy, they will just lull you to sleep offensively, and then it leads to opportunities like that. That's a huge bucket there inside for AM1, but they just pass it around, and if you're not focused, like things like that will happen.
Rhett Russell heading to the free throw line where he's about 60% on the season. Nice find. The last 2 buckets from the Fighting Scots, they've been able to dip it down on that left block here and really capitalize off of sharp movement with the basketball.
Did I see that right? That Holtz picked up, that's number 2?
I believe that is correct.
He is now on the bench. Cannot afford to pick up number 3. So this is a pivotal 4-15 here for Clear Fork. Holtz has 15 points, and he's kept you in the game. So where do they go now for offense?
Brokaw off the bounce, took a bump. First foul in the quarter against Highland. It'll go on Russell.
First team foul.
Cool off the double, gives out to Alt off the drive, pitches to the corner.
It's time for someone else now to step up because Holtz carried him. And now someone else has to find their shot and get it going here.
Cool kind of tried to force that drive, taken away, but he regains possession. Brokaw gets by him. The baseline drive.
That's a heck of a play there by Brokaw. Beautiful layup off the glass. Gets it to fall. And that was almost a, I know they lost it there for a couple seconds, but they almost had that possession for about 45 seconds. So to come away with some points is huge, because had that been an empty trip, that would have been a backbreaker.
Almost 3 seconds and an air mill. Not even close here from Colton Stover. Let's show you that last bucket. This was a pretty drive from the youngster.
Yeah, I mean, he just gets in behind his defender and throws it up, high arcing layup there, but he gets it off the glass. Gets it to fall, and
just the 5th made field goal all season for Brokaw. Only averages a point a game.
Yeah, how about that? I mean, he shows up for Highland though, right? He doesn't score often, but he did have 2 points last time against Highland, 5 against Loudonville. He's got 2 here tonight.
It's catch and release, taking no time getting involved offensively.
He's human.
Rare miss for Garrett.
He's got to be careful, though. He's got 2 fouls, so you got to go at him here if you're Highland.
And he's one of those type of players, he starts in 3rd gear.
Yeah.
Here's Sellers. Off the mishandle, he's got the theft. Wide open look from the corner, and they bury it. Big shot. Colts are within 1 off the Xander Cyphers make.
Back and forth we go. Just when it looks like one team's pulling away, the other comes back, and an open 3 there from Xander Cyphers. He can hit him from beyond the arc, 30% on the year.
Nice one-handed catch. Highland didn't anticipate the pressure coming from the back, and it leads to a foul. Good foul, too. It was going to be a breakaway and a clear layup for Sellers.
Scott's foul on 14, Jaden Collins.
It's number 2 on Collins. But yeah, excellent job there by Brokaw getting in there, picking their pockets, and turnovers starting to become an issue here now, too. That's 3 in this quarter for Highland. They only turned it over twice in the opening quarter, but their offensive possessions have become a little bit stagnant the last couple trips down. There's been a lot of passing, and they've been able to kind of lull them to sleep and score on a few of them, but they have just, I mean, they scored 25 points in that first quarter. They have 5 here in the second.
And you really got to credit Coach Baumgartner for switching to that 2-3 zone and not allowing them to continue to get the looks they had early. Wow.
Wow. Let them play, Brian. They are letting them play.
3 ball on the way. It's a big one. A momentum taker right there from Reichenbach.
That's like a 5-point swing there with the no foul called and then the 3 on the other end. Colts have got to answer.
A little short. Holtz able to crash inside and get an offensive rebound.
Crash is the accurate description there, because he comes in out of nowhere and all of a sudden he's got rebound number 5.
He's the type of kid that just needs to live his life with sound effects, it seems like.
I agree.
Another 3 on the way. Missed the last couple, though, has Xander.
We'll see here now, too, if Highland works pretty much the remaining 45 seconds of the half on this possession here. Nope. Every time I think that's the case.
Too much sauce from the corner.
Oh, that's big. That's number 3 on Holtz.
Yeah.
Boy, that's a big development right there. He's got to know better than that, too. I know he wants that block, but
sometimes the 2 points are worth just giving up to make sure that you stay in the game. And now Garrett's going to check out here with 35 seconds to go. The wise move by Brandon. Takes a lot of firepower off that floor for this final possession here for the Colts, or maybe final 2 or 3. You never know these days in these final seconds. Ends up not costing them. And
they're going to turn. Yeah, they're going to give it back. That was off Clear Fork.
Yeah, second look on our GEP Global replay.
Well, it's interesting, though, how a bad shot can lead to good things, because I don't think Brian Mullins shooting the corner 3 was what Highland wanted, but it led to Holtz ending up getting foul number 3, which they would gladly trade for.
Pretty Rainbow Winklefoos down the lane, pumps the lead back up to 6. From the corner, catch and shoot for Sellers, rattles out, Xander inside. Should be the final shot. It's a little short, and that is how the first half will end. Fun back and forth action here in this MOAC clash. The Fighting Scots right now enjoying a 4-point lead as they head into the halftime lockers to talk about what we've seen through the first couple of quarters. Andy and I will do the same when we come back in our Spherion Mid-Ohio halftime report. All of your stats, some analysis. I'll check in on some scores from other games going down on the OH report tonight, including the K-Bag Bowling Championships, Andy. That's right, we'll have all that on the way, live and free, after a quick commercial timeout.
Hey, Joe. You're late.
Ever since Joe joined our crew, everybody's really been paying attention to all the little details. The meeting doesn't start for 5 minutes.
Not without a warm-up. You got to get better every day when you're in here. Now let's get after it. That's better. All right.
Yes, Coach.
Pick up the pace. Let's pick up the pace and keep working here. All right?
Having a Hall of Fame coach around really has helped our crew with time management.
24-second violation.
Joe, it always takes a minute.
Take a lap.
Hey, Travis.
What's up, Ski?
Hey, there's something on the copier. You go grab that for me?
Sure. Yeah,
Thanks,
I got
bud.
you. Man, guy can't do anything for himself. So lazy. Unbelievable.
What is that?
What's going
That's
on
a
here?
technical foul. You don't talk back to an official like that.
Wait, who's the rep? What's going?
Hey, I don't want any more lip. Get out of here and run some laps. Now go.
Okay.
Move it.
Jeez.
There's no letdown. Every day you got to get a little bit better. So let's get after it. All right? Let's have a break here. On 3, OH report.
Doing this.
1, 2, 3.
Ever since Joe's joined the team, our setup has gotten a lot faster. And I've been able to cancel my gym membership.
Dude, why are you checking the mic like that?
Joe's here today, and I'm not getting another 3-second call in the paint.
Huh?
Come on, Brian. Let's pick up the pace a little bit. That's better. That's better. Adam, that's good. That's really good, Adam. That's really good. No, don't lose the dribble. Berardi. What is that kind of a dribble is that? I mean, that's the slowest dribble I've ever seen. Come on. We got to work harder at this. We got to get after it, fellas. All right, you guys take a break. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. Keep working, Travis. You might make the JV team. I don't know. 1, 2, 3. OH report. Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH report.
carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
You're enjoying live and free boys MOAC basketball thanks to the generous sponsors that you see rotating on your screen right now, including our friends at Spherion Mid-Ohio, where they are proud to support our local athletes. They know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Mechanics Bank is Richland County's only independent community bank. Global Energy Partners, helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. And the Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, helping you choose effective vitamins and supplements, and they can prepare custom medications as prescribed by your healthcare provider or veterinarian to manage hormone balance, mouth soreness, pain, autoimmune conditions, and many more. We'll be right back with your Spherion Mid-Ohio halftime report. Stay right there. We'll see you in about 20 seconds. It's halftime here inside of the fabulous Colt Corral as we welcome you to your halftime show presented by our good friends over at midohiojobs.net. 35-31, good game going so far here through 2 quarters of action. Both teams kind of desperately in need of a victory here as they each play tomorrow, and then the tournament draw is the very next day. So trying to put something good on tape before you have to talk amongst all the other coaches and decide where your tournament fate goes.
Yeah, that's 2 teams desperately wanting to get a win after multiple game losing streaks for both of them. Highland trying to sweep Clear Fork this year as well, too, so a little added extra emphasis there for them, and Clear Fork obviously doesn't want to get swept, so trying to protect their home court tonight. This reminds me a little bit, I don't know if you had a chance to watch Ohio State Illinois a couple weeks ago or last weekend, but that game was like nonstop runs. It was unreal. It was like 11-0 run, then like a 13-2 run. That's kind of what we've seen here tonight, where Clear Fork kind of jumped out, and then Highland went on that double-digit run, and Clear Fork chipped away here at it. So we're going back and forth in what's been a highly entertaining game.
See Coach Baumgartner over here at the scores table. He's looking to cross a couple of things out. It'll be interesting to see that. Do you start Holtz and to start the second half with the 3 fouls? Probably.
I think you do have to start him, but that again just goes back to my questioning of why was he even out there for like the final couple minutes of the first half, because he could have been called for a third one earlier too, and that one rebound where he kind of crashed into some bodies and came down with it. But yeah, you got to roll the dice, I think, and you probably do play him to start, but he's got to be really, really careful, because if you pick up number 4 early, then you're probably not seeing him again until the fourth quarter, and then by then the game could be out of hand.
Here are your first half stats presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio. A lot of the damage for Clear Fork done at the free throw line, so you really got to compliment them shooting that high percentage. It's kept them in the game. Other than that, you see Highland, they've got a few more made field goals, of course, 3 of 5 at the line, in the turnover battle and rebounding about the same.
And how often do you ever see the statistic where if you're Clear Fork, they've made more threes than twos, and the free throw line has absolutely kept them in this game, but live and die by the 3, and both teams sort of did that in that first half too. Highland, they had 25 points after the first quarter. They only scored 10 in that second quarter, and they got a couple of them late too, because they had only scored 5 points, I think, at 5 minutes in that second quarter. So,
right.
Yeah, both teams have been able to connect from beyond the arc, and it's propelled them on their runs.
Checking in on some other games around on our OH Report family of networks. Westerville North is at Big Walnut. That game is at halftime. In the MOAC, we've got the Battle of Marion going down right now. Harding and Pleasant. Trying to go full screen. It is 38-21 right now. The Presidents really enjoying a great first couple of quarters as we're underway here in quarter number 3.
And Holtz is not out there to start. He's got those 3 fouls, so we'll see how long Coach Baumgartner can go without him out there. They're down 4 right now. Wow, what a steal.
Yeah, Toby somehow tiptoeing like he's a ballerina to maintain possession. Counters up to 7, though. 8, 9. Yep. Oh, wow. Quick count on that last, but I think Clear Fork and the defense they put on, they earned that one.
Yeah, they sure did. And it was a tough spot, too, from where Rogers first initially got that steal, tiptoeing right out of, at the baseline there. That was a slow way to get the ball up court, and they ran out of time.
Sellers with a fake outside. Working around the perimeter nicely here. Cool backs his way in, sets up Trey. And he's turned away. 5-on-5 crime.
There's that sophomore matchup, right? Yeah, just was kind of losing his balance and tried to get that shot up there, but Wilson reminded him, no thank you. And we got 5 seconds. Did they get the ball? I don't think they got it in time.
No, they didn't. So 10-second violation and a 5-second here in the first 55 so far.
Feels like both these teams are still in the locker room. It's been a sluggish start here to the second half after all the fireworks we saw to start the game, and there's a pass to nobody.
Yeah, back-to-back turnovers. Highland hasn't even been in the front court yet.
No, we've had 4 possessions, and each team has turned it over twice, the 2 times they've had it. Oh, my.
Yeah, 3 in a row here for the Colts now.
Will we see a shot? Oh, my.
Not here.
What's going on?
If the referee was setting up, it would have been a clean look. He was almost in that triple threat position. It might have thrown me off too, Andy.
I agree. So each team has turned it over 3 times here to start this second half. As we've gone over a minute and a half without anybody scoring, and the only shot attempt we saw was blocked.
Off the drive, cool. We'll see if it's a shooting foul.
They're going to say on the floor.
On the floor, so they'll inbound right in front of the Stampede. Plenty of contact right there. First foul of quarter 3. And a pair of substitutions here. Just trying to shake things up. Braden Benedict getting back into the mix here for the Scots.
I believe that was number 3 on Toby Rogers as well, too. So both of the star players in some foul trouble here.
So who will step up on either side?
Well, this is big if you're Clear Fork because the deficit hasn't grown, and they've been able to have Holtz on the bench for 2 minutes now, and they're in the same position they were going into the locker room.
And meanwhile, Sellers, active hands, but it's right off of his shins and out of bounds. Did the referees have the proper angle?
I don't think they've signaled whose ball this is yet. I didn't see it.
Wow, they're going to award Clear Fork the ball. This is tough break for Highlands. A little late showing that replay, but it was definitely Sellers just losing it right off of his shin.
And Holtz is back in with those 3 fouls.
And he just doesn't strike me as the type of cat that's going to play afraid. So
no.
He's still going to do some bully ball as this is launched, but it's well short.
Did they get a timeout or what'd they call? Jump ball? I think they called jump ball. But I tell you, I was worried for a second there. That was number 4.
I wish I had answers. I thought it was going to be. Instead, the Sloppy Joe Fest continues out here.
That's the 5th turnover here in the quarter for Highland.
They only average about 10 per game, so this is not what you're accustomed to seeing from them very often. Cool getting harassed, gives it up now. Alt tries the lane, a little hop step. Count it.
Finally, somebody scores here in the second half. And it's Mr. Alt, his 2nd bucket of the night. He opened the scoring with a 3 in this one. And now he attacks, gets in, and he's going to try and pick up the 3-point play.
Jaden Collins picks up the personal. He checks out. Alt buries it, so Clear Fork shooting 90% from the free throw line so far here tonight.
If they were shooting 100, it'd be tied.
Yeah, they've been marvelously magnificent as a late
charge,
whistle.
Right? Oh, a flop warning is the call.
Here, I'll back this up.
Yeah, I'll have to see this again. Not a shooting foul. I don't know if it was a flop. Interesting, though.
I just feel like that in general is interesting in basketball, how that's picked up so much traction here over the last few years, and obviously in the NBA it's a big factor.
Yeah, and you see it a lot at the college level too. I think it's a good addition to the game because you have seen some just absolute out of control flopping going on.
Speaking of out of control, this kid, exactly that. When he's at the commands of the offense, you always know it's in good hands.
Hotzogo, Brian. He is carrying the Colts into this one. They now have the lead again for the first time since I believe it was 9-7.
Yeah, it's been quite a while. Clear back midway through the first quarter. Holtz making a big impact. We'll see if they try to protect him.
I mean, if you're Highland, every possession you've got to go at him. And Rogers, oh no, that's not Rogers out there. I take that back. I was going to say Rogers has 3 fouls too. That's what you got to do. Go right up at him. And
pull-up jumper is wet. Extends the lead back out to 3. Sellers, 2-man game here left side. And just a bad entry pass. Show you that last head and shoulders fake, and then Jaden Collins just pulling up rainbows.
It's a tough shot. He made it look pretty easy. Oh.
How many times have we seen Marcus just go head first into some wood planks tonight?
And they haven't called either one, which has been crazy.
No. He's going to need an ice bath and no whistles going against the opponents.
Boy, I like the idea of the double team and more like a triple team here. As soon as Hauts gets the ball, you could see he was ready to turn, and he turned right into a defender, but Winkelfuss picks up the foul. That's his second. But that's what you got to do against someone like Hauts, is you got to get those double and triple teams on him right away.
Got Noah Goodman in the game now. He hands off Garrett. Didn't even think about it.
This is an unreal performance out of him. But I guess it's not. I mean, he's right around at his average of 18.5 points per game, but this is one of the best performances I've seen this year.
Just throwing the city on his back here tonight, looking to end that losing streak. Nice fast hands, but it stays here with Highland. Goodman really active out on top of this zone. Here's Brokaw as well. Tried to sneak a pass down on the block. Snuck through the wickets.
And that's been the story of this quarter for Highland. 7 turnovers. They only have 5 combined in the first half, but they just have not been able to hold on to the ball. They've got just 2 points here in the quarter. And that's we talked about that beforehand too, where these two teams, the growing pains, where there's been moments of stretches where they've played really well, and then all of a sudden they just stagnate, and that's what's happened to Highland here. 25 points in the first quarter, 12 in the other 2, and that's a foul. He's going to shoot 3. Stover picking up the foul. He can't believe it.
Well, I think this was a really hard closeout and then block. So
you got to let him land, and he didn't let him land.
Shots fouled on 22, Colton Stover. That's his first.
And that's not who you want to foul.
Yeah, he's perfect so far at the free throw line tonight. Pretty much everybody from Clear Fork is. Just the one miss up to this point.
It's not a shooting foul. Why is it not a shooting foul?
Non-shooting foul.
How is it not a shooting foul?
If I'm Coach Baumgartner, I'm stepping out on the floor and I'm asking, how was that possible?
How? I don't know.
He fouled coming down off of his jump shot.
I don't understand, Brian.
I think the entire gym, except for 2 guys and the zebra stripes, kind of felt like he should be shooting.
Well, if any of our viewers want to chime in and let us know why that would not be a shooting foul, please do.
Now Collins has now just picked up his 3rd as well, and
that's the 5th foul.
Yeah, so Clear Fork's in the bonus. And they continue their smoking hot trend here from the charity stripe.
Yeah, this is, and that's a big stretch there too, because Hauts came in for about 3 minutes, did not pick up a foul, scored 5 points. They now have the lead, and now you can probably sit him the remainder of this quarter, and then he can play a little more free in that 4th quarter.
This could not have gone any better so far here for Clear Fork. 10-2 is the stretch here, point-wise, in this 3rd. And they've got Highland out of sorts. It does not look like the same team offensively that we saw in that first half.
No, they were hitting everything they threw up in that first quarter, especially from beyond the arc, and they have not really attempted many threes since then. Here's one right now, though, that they desperately need.
Long rebound, Karam's out, tracked down by Rhett Russell.
Oof.
Just an ill-advised pass by Wilson, trying to make something happen.
I don't know if it was ill-advised or if it just it didn't
You're
get
right.
his guy didn't get to it. Like, that's not a bad pass. He's feeding it inside. And that's 8 turnovers in the 3rd quarter here. 2 points and 8 turnovers is not going to get it done. And
that's just a great look from Xander.
They're feeling it.
Nice dip to the basket as well for Cool. And all of a sudden, 6-point lead here for the Colts.
It's been a wild game. These two teams have gone on some ridiculous runs, and you just wonder if Highland's got another one in them. And if so, when does it start and where and who does it start from? For starters, they got to just not turn the ball over.
Clear Fork just passing along here, these offensive weapons out on the perimeter. Better ball movement here on this possession for the Scots.
This is a heck of a defensive trip here right now for Clear Fork. They've been playing defense here for almost 40 seconds, and then they pick up a foul.
Just the second team foul on Clear Fork here in the quarter.
That's his second personal and second team foul.
So Highland nowhere near the bonus, and just 26 seconds to go as Wilson pops the cork there. A little bit long, and the rebound into the hands of Jacob Brokaw.
What a swing of events here for Clear Fork. Up 6, chance to make it even bigger. Have all that momentum going into the fourth.
Well short that time for Xander.
Oh.
Ooh.
I thought he saved it. Brokaw going out of bounds there, but apparently he was out of bounds when he threw it back in.
So it opens the door for Highland to try to get some points here before we head into money time.
That's a smart foul, though. You've got fouls to give here, so you let some time go off. You probably don't want Marcus to pick up that foul. But you can foul again here, and then basically not leave them any time for a shot. I'd foul again. Now they tried to.
Good if it goes, but the follow just a little bit short from Russell. The damage done. Clear Fork with a 12-2 spurt here in the third. They lead by 6. See you back here, quarter 4 on the way.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
Just 8 minutes remaining in regulation. Garrett Holtz checking back into the game with those 3 fouls, but with the lead here as Clear Fork enters morning time on top, 43-37. I'm Brian. Eddie Jardy is with me, and it's just been kind of a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde type of game.
This has been wild.
One team looks one way for a while, and then everything a little bit different after you get to the next. But certainly right now, it's Clear Fork, the much more confident team.
Well, and Highland just can't get out of their own way. It's just been turnover after turnover. What a feed by Alt right there, but unable to finish was Brokaw. And we're going to get a hockey line change right off the bat here. I think that turnover was enough for Coach Stover, where he's like, okay, the guys clearly aren't getting the message, and I got to make a change here. I'm surprised, too, and we'll see. I'm got to think Rogers is one of these 5 coming in. That's a big-time bucket right there.
Yeah, Colton just going straight to Rack City, left-handed finish. Big bucket right there for the Scots.
But Toby Rogers, who had 9 points in that first quarter, he's got 11 in the game. He also ran into some foul trouble, but I think you got to. It's now or never if you're Highland.
Last touch by the Scots, who, as you mentioned, they are going a full lineup change. 5 fresh bodies out into the mix. Coach Stover keeping it positive with everybody who came off of the floor there. But sometimes you just got to send a message, Andy, even this late in the game.
I mean, they keep turning it over.
Hauled off the screen. Nice setup. Cool.
I cannot believe there have been there were at least 2 fouls right there. Neither one of them called. And Coach Baumgartner going to take a timeout. But, wow. I mean.
Show it to you again.
Look. Holtz.
I have no idea.
Cool, excuse me. Can't even, get a shot off because he's got a guy on his arm.
That kind of looked like a WWE type of play right there, where you just grab the other guy by the arm and you just control him, manipulate where you want him to go. But
yeah, I thought too. I mean, Rogers right before that too looked like he was going to pick up number 4, but he didn't.
Checking into the chat session going on, and really not a lot of conversation going down right now in our YouTube channel 1. It's typically Facebook where we'll get a lot of the chatter happening, unless there's a big game that people are just jawing at each other with. So if you want to say what's up to me and Andy, do leave us a comment, and we'll read it during the fourth quarter timeouts.
Well, and I think we talked about it too. Everyone, the crowd is it's packed here tonight.
Everyone's here.
So everyone's probably here. They'll catch the replay later.
Holtz asking for it down on the block. Shading a lot of help, though, right now are the kids from Marengo. And you got to. I mean, this kid's got more than half the points.
Yeah, he's got 20.
Three's up for Cool. That's a big one.
I think that's the largest lead of the night now for Clear Fork at 7.
Sellers gambles, leaves an open drive, and right down Main Street off the square goes Reichenbach.
Absolutely needed it if you're Highland, and a little too aggressive there defensively. Leads to that layup, and again, a lot of contact there. They're just going to say it's out of bounds, Clear Fork ball. But, I mean, that's a foul. I don't know how else.
Yeah, I think Coach Baumgartner, you might find him on a stool somewhere after the game, just kind of taking a little load off, because he's done a nice job of keeping his composure, keeping it bottled up.
Both coaches have. I think they realize how important this game is too, and it's close, and the last thing you want to do is pick up something. I think he traveled. Yep.
Oh.
That's the right call. He didn't quite see it there, but it looked like he kind of lost his balance there. I think they were hoping to get bailed out with the foul call, but those have been few and far between tonight.
Three's on the way here for Highlands. Winkelfoos, who had the hot start to the night, unable to bury that one.
It's almost like they came out and just they spent all their energy in that first quarter, at least offensively. This is still just a 2-possession game, but it just, I mean, you had 25 points at the end of the first. They were hitting everything. They had 1, 2, 3. They had 5 triples in the first quarter. Since then, they've only hit 1 3.
Almost like a championship MMA fight where you unload everything in that first round, and then you come out and not quite the same after that in terms of fatigue.
But I think you might be seeing both teams a little fatigued right now too, because of the pace of the play that we saw early on in this game. But I mean, that mid-range jumper there from Holtz was short. And now Hoflick's got 4 fouls. Marcus does. So he comes out.
Just the first foul, though, here in the fourth quarter on either side.
Yeah,
and it was for putting the hand on the hip.
Yeah, of all the things to call.
Nice catch here for Wilson. Tough matchup here for Noah Goodman just in terms of side as that 3 rattles out. Battle for the rebound. Stover collects, surrounded, and now a whistle comes in. And this will go against Cool.
His second personal, second team foul.
Stover to Trigger. Having trouble getting it in. 5 seconds. Second time in the second half.
Jeez,
so we've seen that.
You just got to get it in. Just throw it in at some point. It's not the final possession of the game, so just you cannot have those kinds of turnovers when you're trailing. Really ever, but especially when you're trailing.
Colts will swing it. They leave Holtz with a little window. Step back. Rebound for Cool. Poked out. We'll stay down here. Little underthrown on that pass, trying to get it to Garrett Holtz out of the double team from the short corner.
Yeah, just not enough behind it. Oh, plenty behind that, though.
Confident triple here from Wilson. Timeout taken by the Scots. And this is a big jumper right here.
30-second timeout.
Bang.
So, yeah, we talk about, did they have a run in them? Did they have one more in them? And they've done it here in this quarter, 7-3, down 2 now. And just that was a much-needed 3 from Ja'Kai Wilson. He's got 5 points tonight. That's his first made field goal. 7.8 points per game. Only shoots at 23% from beyond the arc, so couldn't tell from that. That was a confident stroke he had there. And he just missed on a couple others tonight, too. He is just a sophomore. You love to see that, though, for him to keep shooting.
Colts got to get it across the timeline in 2 seconds. Alt just does. Two-man game up top. Holtz gets the switch. Unloading is Cool. Right back. Catch up from long range.
His second 3 in this quarter, his third on the night. Carter Cool having himself a ball game.
Clutch bucket right there. Back out to a 2-possession game. Not even close with that 3 from Reckenbach. But they'll get another chance at it.
Yeah, couldn't bring down. That's always a tough spot as a defender on an air ball like that, because you're not expecting the ball to just suddenly like appear right there. You're waiting for the rebound off the glass or rim, and we're gonna get a foul here.
That's an excellent read here by Garrett Holtz. He got to the basketball first.
He did. It's interesting. So we've seen them not call that twice on Clear Fork when Hoflick has gone diving, but we see that one called right there. They've all been fouls, but it's just interesting that we haven't seen it called consistently.
The foul situation right now, Clear Fork's got 2. That was the first on Highland in this fourth quarter. If they need to make this a free throw shooting contest, might consider trying to pick up a couple here.
Agreed. Yeah, you're going to have to start doing that here soon, because Clear Fork is going to have no sense of urgency. The 2-possession lead, not a whole lot of time left. 249 at the high school level is so different than 249 at the college or the NBA level.
Yes.
You only have a few more possessions in this game. So, yeah, I would start fouling here pretty soon if I'm Highland.
The shot clock is coming. I can verify from the president of the Coach Association, maybe by next year we could have one.
Oh, wow, that soon. I thought it had to pass like through a whole bunch of legislation and everything. But
if Joe Baylog says, take it to the bank.
The czar is coming in. He's laying.
Just waves his magic wand and kaboom. I think you're correct. If they were to implement it just because of the equipment they would have to install, it would be about a 2-season turnaround. But I think that they are wanting to get one. But not now, so Clear Fork, they can burn quite a bit of time if they so choose here.
Yeah.
They do got them spread out 5 wide.
Yeah, I mean, that was a chance right there for Hoflick to go lay it up, but he kicks it back out, and they're content to just run some clock. Oh, that's...
Wow, Johnny on the spot, Sellers. Right place, right time.
Not a bad foul, though, by Wilson.
Scott's foul on 5, Jakari Wilson. That's his third.
Because that was going to be a layup, and it's only the second foul. It's his third, but they were about to give up 2 points and lose about 25 seconds in the process.
Slipped right through Garrett's hands. Again, Marcus goes to the floor, but he bats it over into his own bench, and it's over to Highlands.
Yeah, Holtz just couldn't hold on to it, and then a little bit of friendly fire there kind of kicked it out of bounds. So the Fighting Scots now have a fighting chance. After that possession there, they only fouled once. They lost about 25 seconds and chance to get it down to 1 possession. We'll see where they go for offense. 3 different players have scored in this quarter. No one really with the hot hand.
Toby, that's his first shot attempt in a while.
Yeah.
Now Wilson, he hit earlier, not this time. Cool, kind of trapped down in the corner. He's asking for a timeout. He'll get one. Colts still have 1 more remaining. Exactly 2 minutes showing here on the clock in the Valley. And of course, the winner going to break a win or a losing streak. Highland trying to shake off 7 in a row after they had a 3-game win streak right before that. Clear Fork trying to avoid a 6-game losing streak. And in great position to do so right now, on top by 5.
And both these teams right about where they've been all season in terms of scoring. Clear Fork coming into this one, they average 50.5 points a game. Highland at 50 even. So I felt like if Highland was going to win, they had to get to 60. Obviously, they're probably going to need some extra time to get to that number, but you thought for sure that was a given with how they started this game.
Clear Fork played in a tight game at Shelby just half a week ago. It's been a while here for Highland since they've been involved in one of these.
Yeah, they've had a lot of close losses this year, but a lot of their losses recently have kind of gotten out of hand. This is going to be 10 seconds.
It is indeed. And I heard Coach Silver, he was pretty much counting right in the referee's ear.
Yeah. Boy, how does that happen out of the timeout, though? I mean,
first-year head coach, never been a head coach before. Comes with some growing pains.
I guess so. Got to have something here now, though. And you need it quickly. They almost threw it away.
From the high post, Alt picks up the foul. Just the first, though, on Senyo. Highland's got just 6 points here in the quarter. Trying to get right back in it. Toby, the runner.
Big-time play from a big-time player right there. That's what you need. His first points since the second quarter. Oh, he got away with a walk. That is a... Oh, boy, did Clear Fork get away with one right there. Alt traveled.
Oh, cool to the left hand. Staying true to that last name, right to the middle left hand. Beautiful finish.
Carter Cool playing his best ball here when it matters most. Oh, my goodness.
All of a sudden, the offense picking up here in the last couple of minutes. Highland taking a timeout. They've got a 12-8 cushion here in this fourth. 6 of those points coming from the right hand of this man from long range.
Carter Cool has 17 points for the Colts. 8 of them have come here in this fourth quarter. Ja'Kai Wilson, as you saw in that replay there, with his second triple of the night, both of them coming here in the fourth quarter as well. It's just shaping up to be the kind of game we thought it could be. Very similar to the JV game as well before, which Clear Fork won 51-46. So these two teams evenly matched. The first meeting was close. It was a 6-point game. And now here we come down to the wire again. Both these teams desperate for a win. It's been a long time coming, both of them on long losing streaks.
Yeah, and each in action tomorrow as well, both on the road. With Highland going to Ontario, Clear Fork's going to be on the road at Pleasant. Would love to have some momentum going into either of those games. Senyol just does get it over to Brokaw. And a hard foul. Boy, has Hoflick really absorbed a lot of contact and punishment tonight.
He sure has.
Great cut to the basket, though. Just a hard foul from Braden Benedicts. And that's kind of his role on the team, though, this season. Not a scorer. I don't know that he's scored all year. He's just in there to rebound and then pick up big fouls at the end.
Yeah. That's a big miss there, too. And there seems to be some confusion, too. We're sitting right behind the scores table, and Coach Baumgartner wants to know, how many fouls do they have? Do they have 2 or do they have 3? And there's discrepancy between the two official scorekeepers here for Clear Fork and for Highland. But that plays into your strategy. He needs to know, hey, how many times can I foul before I send them to the line?
Still just a one-possession game after 1 of 2 at the line. And now Hoflick, I believe, has just fouled out.
Yeah, that's it for him.
Foul is on the Colts 24, Marcus Hoflick. That's his 5th personal.
Marcus is going to have to check out. Sellers will replace him.
And for the Colts is number 5, Trey Sellers.
And for the type of abuse he took earlier in the game, maybe let something like that slide, but a little too obvious with the extended arm.
Yeah.
Strong drive, but the kick out. Love to see him shoot it inside Cooper Young.
Yeah, you got to just go up and finish that. And now you got a foul here if you're Highland. They got to do it one more time to get them to the line.
Scott's foul on number 12, Cooper Young. That's his 1st and 4th team foul.
Boy, that really kind of just epitomizes the game, that last possession right there. The turnovers have just, they've been contagious for the Scots.
So, in defensive substitution as Rhett Russell, Benedict both back out there. Look for them to try to pick up these personals. And that is the 5th now, so the Colts are in the bonus.
And you send Brokaw to the line, who's only attempted 2 free throws all year. He's made them both.
Big moment here for the junior. Made it a 2-possession game, trying to stretch it out to 5 points. Can do.
You got to go quick.
Stover long pass, Wilson, fall away 3, and right into the lap here of Brokaw.
Tell you what, Brokaw has made some big plays here tonight. Doesn't have like all the stats to go along to kind of show it. He's deserving of an Andy's dandy. Let's put it that way tonight. I mean, that's a big time rebound there. He calmly made his 2 free throws the last time down. He's going to get 2 more now to basically put this game out of reach. He had a big bucket earlier in the game too. It's been a nice night for him.
Just because it's hoop season doesn't mean there can't be dandies out here, so we're crowning one tonight. He's at the free throw line right now, looking to go 4 for his last 4 here and be 6 for 6 on the year.
He's got a nice touch at the line. Just too many turnovers for Highland. They're only going to have themselves to really blame after this one.
Holtz with one more rebound. He's got a big double-double tonight. He'll dribble it out, and the Colts put the misery behind them. 5-game losing streak, no more. They head into tomorrow's game at Pleasant as a victor here tonight. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back. We'll hear from our Mechanics Bank most valuable player. I want to talk to our man, Carter Cool. He'll be coming up here on the other side. Then Andy and I will close it out. Final stats. Get y'all ready for your weekend. Keep it here, live and free. Be right back.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into The Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH.REPORT.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
You just enjoyed Clear Fork and a little 5-game slide, getting back into the victory column. Live and free thanks to our friends at Wellspring Custom Pharmacy, where they can help you choose effective vitamins and supplements. They can also prepare custom medications as prescribed by your health care provider or veterinarian. Spherion Mid-Ohio, proud to support our local athletes. They know the foundations that make great employees are woven into the teamwork, focus, drive, and perseverance given in each practice and game. Let's get to work. Mechanics Bank is Richland County's only independent community bank. Global energy partners helping communities with exceptional work while utilizing local businesses. We'll be back. We will hear from Carter Cool here in just a couple of minutes. Then Andy and I will close things out. Here from the Valley, stay right there.
Hi, I'm Joe Baylog. Tune into the Joe Show every Wednesday night here on the OH Report.
We are a compounding pharmacy, so we compound medication that people are not able to find other places. We can make oral liquids, so like liquids you take by mouth. We make creams and ointments, so if you need a medication delivered topically or through the skin, we can get medication into creams that way. We can also make medications into capsules, as well as suppositories, nasal sprays if you need it, things like that.
I think one of the things that makes Wellspring so unique is to give the patient that ability to choose between traditional and or complementary.
If you're needing medication and you're not able to find what you need, or you need it to go into your body in a different way, that's what we help with.
You have better things to do than to job hunt or scramble to find your next great hire. So let Spherion do it. We say local is our superpower because we live and work where you live and work. We know the Mid-Ohio job market, and we're locally owned. So you won't find a partner who's more engaged and literally invested in your success. If you're ready for something better, start with Spherion. Visit us online at midohiojobs.net or call 419-747-7479.
We are back now with our player of the game presented by Mechanics Bank. Carter Cool here tonight, staying true to his last name and some big shots knocked down, but most importantly, you get a victory here. It's been a little while for you guys, so just getting that victorious juju back in the locker room. What was it like just now here with all the gang back there?
We were really excited since we haven't won in a while, and we just really wanted this one. And our coach said that we were last in Jake Furr's rankings or whatever in the area. Lucas was ahead of us, and we didn't like that, so it motivated us.
Talk about just putting a little chip on your shoulder and how you guys go about internally within your own locker room, making sure that you're ready each and every night.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Some games we start off slow, but tonight I guess we just wanted it more, and I don't know. I mean, we just came out hot, I guess, but yeah.
And then for you, just a young player here on this team, second leading scorer so far on the season. Describe your role to me and where you feel like you really fit in your piece of the puzzle here for Clear Fork basketball.
Well, right now, I mean, I want to be the second leading scorer, and don't know, I feel like I need to get more aggressive driving and taking more contested shots, because next year, I mean, I'm going to be the guy, so I'm going to have to get used to that.
This is a big weekend for you guys. Tournament draw, of course, is on Sunday. You got to go to Pleasant tomorrow. So to put one last reminder into the coaches' minds that you're a better team than what you've showed so far, how important do you think tonight and then tomorrow are for you guys ultimately in the playoffs?
We think it's very important since we want to get a home game, our first game, so we need a couple wins to try to get one. Because we think that will help us out.
Well, nice start in the right direction here tonight. You get the victory. You got some momentum now going into Saturday. So congratulations, man. We do appreciate the time. Before we turn you loose, though, Carter, look up in that camera. Shout out anybody you'd like.
I want to shout out my dad, Ben Cool. He's always driving me and pushing me forward.
All right, Carter Cool, your MVP, presented by Mechanics Bank.
Yeah.
We carry supplements that are from companies that do a lot of testing. So they will test their raw ingredients. They'll test them afterwards as well. And they're testing for both purity, and then they're also testing for potency. So things like arthritis, inflammatory bowel disease. We have a lot of supplements and also prescriptions we can recommend, and lifestyle type things that can help with that as well.
It's your post-game show presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio. Let's get to work at midohiojobs.net. You just heard from the MVP, Carter Cool, who said they wanted to get to work at kind of erasing the memory of what has recently happened for this team and build some momentum going into the tournament draw, of course, on Sunday. And so far, so good. It was up and down here tonight, but when it mattered most, Carter and the boys, they stepped up.
They did step up. And did I also hear little bulletin board material from Jake Furr's rankings?
Little chip right on the shoulder, man. Very firmly placed.
Oh, you love to hear that kind of stuff. That's fun. Yeah, this was an incredible performance out of Cool tonight, and then obviously Garrett Holtz had 20 points tonight as well too. But Cool was big time down the stretch for Clear Fork to end the losing streak and come out here and get back into that win column, which was something that they desperately wanted to do.
Here are your final stats presented by Spherion Mid-Ohio. And pretty even across the board, except for one category, Andy, that's really going to jump out, of course, the free throw line. Coaches talk about it all the time. It's the one place where you can get into your happy zone. There's no contending. There's no defense. You just got to knock them down. 16 of 18, one of the better shooting performances I've seen all year.
Well, and that saved them from this game getting into a blowout, because they were getting, Highland came out through the first punch in that first quarter, and if it were not for Clear Fork's ability, particularly Holtz at the free throw line, who was 5 of 5 in that first quarter, but they made 8 free throws in that opening quarter. It kept the game within reach for them. Had they gone to the line and not made those shots, they probably lose this game. And that was definitely something that kept them in it, kept them around, and then they were able to go on a run in that second, third quarter and close it out from the free throw line in the fourth.
So way to close it out here. A nice win for the Colts heading into tomorrow. As I mentioned, they are going to end up playing Marion Pleasant. Got to go on the road for that one, while the Scots will be at Ontario. So winnable games for each of these teams coming up tomorrow. Already mentioned it. It's the last opportunity to really build your resume before you get seeded in the playoffs. So I do feel like for Clear Fork, now coming off of a win, that this is a really big game for them. If they can knock off Pleasant away from home, it might even vault them up a couple of spots.
Yeah, it definitely could, and there's no reason why they can't win that. They present matchup problems for anyone. Holtz is, he's enough that can, get you a win come tournament time. They could knock off somebody because he could be too much for a team to handle. And then you factor in Carter Cool's ability to make shots when he's not going. Their ability to make free throws is so important. I think tonight, coming into tonight, they're not even that great of a free throw shooting team. 66% as a team coming into tonight. You would not have known it from what they were able to do here tonight. So if they're making free throws and you got Holtz and Cool playing like they did tonight, they're a tough out, and their record is not reflective of the kind of team they can be.
This is how the game played out. Highland, lights out in that first quarter. That was pretty unbelievable, the shooting experience that we all got to view in here. And then Clear Fork, they hung around. They slowly chipped away until that third quarter. And even though you want to credit Clear Fork for that 12-2 spurt, it was really Highland just throwing the basketball around, not really taking things as serious as it felt like they did in the first half, and just kind of overall just losing some focus, Andy, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, they only turned it over 5 times in the first half, and then on the third quarter alone, 8 times. They didn't score. I mean, they only had 2 points in that third quarter. They didn't score for at least 4 minutes into that third quarter. So yeah, they didn't do enough of the little things right to win a basketball game, especially on the road.
Fun game though here from top to bottom. Saw a bit of everything, big runs back and forth. You just always hope that yours are more fast and furious, last longer than the opponent, at least for Clear Fork in that second half. That ended up being the case. Congratulations to the Colts, getting that winning juju back here tonight as they take care of the Scots 56-49. We couldn't have done this game, though, live and free without help from our generous sponsors, Wellspring Custom Pharmacy and Health Source. Make sure that you go down there on West 4th Street in Ontario. Talk to Stephanie Lane. She is my health guru. I don't care about doctors anymore. She's the GOAT. She knows everything. Spherion Mid-Ohio, if you need a new job opportunity, definitely check them out at midohiojobs.net. Mechanics Bank, some of the best rates around for all of your loans. Make sure that you give them a chance. Global Energy Partners as well, big supporters out here in the Clear Fork Valley. Andy, pleasure working with you as always, my friend. Even though you're a Duke fan, we overlook that on some nights.
Yeah, some nights. 2 nights out of the year we don't overlook that, but, you know.
We can be friends now.
Sure.
For Andy Jardy and Jeremy Peoples, my top cam, who did an awesome job today filling in last second on the wrestling dual meet here against Ontario. I'm Brian Skowronski signing out for tonight. Full slate of action coming up tomorrow. We will see you guys there. Enjoy the rest of what remains of your Friday night.